It was my niece's birthday and I made her this cute Peppa Pig cake. I started off by making edible glue with CMC powder and water. I also added CMC powder so the fondant can harden fast. I used an extruder tool to make these strips. You guys, this was for the rainbow. I only used 4 colors and I glued everything together with that edible glue. All of these fondant details, you guys, I made them days before, except the ones that are going to go around the cake because they needed to bend. I cut off the ends so they could be straight. And I also added toothpicks. Make sure that you guys are adding the toothpicks while the fondant is soft because then it can crack. I printed a picture of the Peppa Pig characters and right here I'm making Peppa Pig. This is her little dress. Again, I did add some CMC powder to all of this and I'm using satinized fondant. I was honestly kind of just eyeballing and just following the picture. It's really helpful for you guys to have that. To secure the head, I added a small toothpick and some edible glue. I'm adding some details to the nose with fondant tools. The arms are really simple. It's just a little strip and then I just cut the fingers. My goal was for Peppa Pig to be standing. That's why I added toothpicks to the legs. I ended up changing that at the end. But right here I'm adding her little ears, again using that edible glue, which is super helpful. I rolled a small piece of fondant around a toothpick and that was the tail. I added 4 skewers to this cake. This is a 7-inch cake and the top one is a 5-inch. I added a big skewer to secure this cake. Right here, I'm hammering it so it can go through the first board. And then I'm kind of just stabbing the bottom one just so it can be very secure. For the clouds, I'm using this little cookie cutter. It is so nice. I love that all the clouds are different. But make sure that you guys are doing the clouds kind of the day of that you're going to put them on the cake just so they can shape around the cake. Now, the blue that I had originally made was way too dark, you guys, and I wanted this to be pastel colors. So I refrosted this cake and I just made it lighter. Right here, I'm making Peppa Pig's house, you guys, and it was not as hard as I thought. I was stressing about this. Now, this is the rainbow the next day, super hard and stable, but I did end up adding 2 skewers to the back with some chocolate just so it could be super stable. These are the little characters that I made, and here's a Peppa Pig the next day. If you guys want a more detailed tutorial on that, let me know, you guys. I added a small banner with her name, which was super cute. I made these strips with the extruder tool that I bought from Michael's. You guys, I 100% recommend. I wanted to add this small balloon with her age, which was so cute, super easy to make. You just add some luster to give it shine and it is perfect. Right here, I did secure all of the characters with some chocolate to the bottom since I had to drive kind of far. To make the grass, you guys, I did use the cloud cutters and then I just cut off the ends. Right here, I'm trying to stand Peppa, but she wasn't as stable as I wanted her to be, so I ended up just sitting her. But this was the cake, you guys. It turned out super cute. I wanted to add some twinkle lights, but since it was gonna be indoors, I didn't even bother. This is a chocolate cake with a cookies and cream cake filling that you can find on my page. That's all for this video. Make sure to follow me for more.